Hello there. This is a Ferrophoto of the last thing, the ring magnet with the two bar magnets attached to it, sort of opposing each other. This is the candlelit version. So in this case, of course, the ring magnet is not. It's not the one that's most prominent, like in the last video. This is the same configuration, but this is with the Ferrophoto placed on top of the bar magnets. So the bar magnets are touching the Ferrophoto slide, if you will, and the ring magnet is basically about a half of an inch above that in the center. So I'm not sure what kind of an influence it has on this. I'll stick it in the 4x4 Ferrophoto, or the sort of Ferrocell light box. And that's what this is. So anyways, this, you know, these Ferro these Ferrophotos are very interesting. You should see these things like with your own eyes. I mean, with the camera you're not going to get the 3D effect. I mean, you're seeing like a solid 3D. I mean, you can get a fairly good idea because you get shading. I mean, look at that. Right? Doesn't it look 3D? I mean, just basically by the shading itself. So that's when you get a solid-ish light source. Like I've got all these candles here in a row, and it gives you sort of a solid light source, which illuminates the entire captured field positions by the ferroparticles. That gives you a solid sort of 3D image, actually, of the field, you know, as it is expressed by these ferroparticles, and you know, slowly forming to the field as they were being solidified by the epoxy. So what we have here basically is these breakpoints are the ends of the magnet. These two magnets are opposing each other. There's like north and north, or south and south. And there's a ring magnet above it. So that's why these things are stuck onto the ring magnet. And so the field in the center is being compressed. So what, you have a magnet here, you have a magnet here. This field in the middle, this is 1 inch more, so it's close. And there's a ring magnet holding them apart. So that's what you get there. If I turn it, get a magnet there, another magnet there, And if I flip it over, it may show an opposite effect. In that the parts that appeared to be protruding outwards will be protruding inwards. If you could say that. Okay, so let me flip it over. Yeah, I think this is kind of interesting, you know. They've been showing this 3D field effect for quite some time. And it is actually pretty cool when you see it with your your own eyes. Pretty simple to make. All you need to do is have 2 pieces of plastic, preferably thin enough so you can spread out the material between it. You know, about an inch long piece of, or an inch long sort of squirt out of epoxy resin that's clear setting, and 1 drop or 2 drops of ferrofluid, depending on how big your puddle of epoxy is. Mix it up really well and put it on top of magnetic configuration that you're interested in, and this is your result. And you just illuminate it, and you can see basically the magnetic field, and it acts like a ferro cell when you put it in a ring of LEDs. Anyways, have a good one. See you later.